It's the start of one of the longest military missions in the world, a non-stop 33-hour flight by this B-52 strategic bomber group to the other side of the world.
There's subs, several destroyers, and F-35 fighters in Puerto Rico. That's on top of all the coke boats getting smoked to pieces by the week. There's more. 10% of the U.S. naval power is now in the region. It's a major shift. That tells me the gunboat diplomacy is going to end up with no Maduro and a Venezuela aligned with us, not Putin or Xi.
4 minutes. That's how long it took to turn a drug bust into a hostage rescue under chemical threat. AP-8 tracks heat at 35,000 feet, a Legend-class cutter shadows a ghost ship, and SEALs kit up for interdiction. But then Stratton's covert drone sees cages and vats. This isn't a freighter. It's a prison at sea. At 1:14 a.m., drones drop, gun nests go dark, and the breach team moves. By 1:18, 53 captives are out under fire. You'll see the exact pivot: law enforcement rules off, life-saving warfare on. Want to know how that call gets made? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. You train for a cargo interdiction. You step into a hostage rescue with chemical risk. What would you do in minute 3? The watch starts long before the breach. AP-8 rides high and quiet, pushing a live feed into a layered sensor net that links sea, air, and orbit.
The Ghost was also confirmed to be in the Caribbean. That's the nickname for MV Ocean Trader. It's the kind of ship that doesn't want to be found.
Shroud of pre-dawn darkness, Flight Mylar 11 roars out of Louisiana's Barksdale Air Force Base.
Also spotted, Little Birds. They're smaller but faster, designed for quick insertion of special operators behind enemy lines. This chopper unit's used by Delta Force, Navy SEALs, and the Green Berets. The Black Ops were spotted off the coast of Trinidad. They're very important for search and rescue missions.
Down low, a cutter rides the AIS gaps, stalking that sliver of ocean where transponders go dark. Meanwhile, a covert drone hugs the spray line, skin to water, using low profile and a cold signature to slip under coastal radar and get eyes on steel. From the first pass, the ship reads wrong. The declared profile says bulk cargo. The thermal pattern screams worksite. Cold holds show hot blooms. Vent stacks pulse in steady beats, like a plant dumping heat on a cycle. Deck movement is thin and erratic, not the steady gait of a legal crew tracking watches and machinery. You see 3 on the bridge, none on the winches, and dead space by the cranes. That's not routine. That's staging. The drone cuts its angle, noses under a catwalk, and opens the frame. Along the starboard bulkhead, welded cages sit in rows, shadowed by tarps but bright in infrared. Midships, 2 vats stew with active reaction heat, surface rippling, exhaust hoods patched into makeshift vents. Forward, a pair of improvised gun nests cling to railing arcs, braced with cable and scrap plate. The silhouette shifts in a blink, less freighter, more floating plant with teeth. Now the map redraws itself in your head. You're looking at a mobile lab and a holding pen, pushed offshore to stay beyond easy warrants and visited by shell companies on paper. Ownership on land looks clean. The real owners live in the gaps between flags and fences. That legal fog matters. Rules of engagement stretch or snap based on those lines, and so does your risk weight for any shot you take. Command traffic tightens.
It's got Maduro's attention. He's the dictator of the narco state, a very bad hombre, and we just doubled the bounty on his head. It's now 50 mil.
Not only are we one of the most visible and flexible legs of the nuclear triad, we can have a B-52 where you need it, when you need it, within 48 hours.
Trump's not bluffing. Right now, more than 10,000 U.S. soldiers are built up in the Caribbean, on ships in Puerto Rico, locked and loaded. Special operations helicopters were just seen flying 90 miles from Venezuela's coast.
Voices cut the fat. Tasking snaps from checklists to contingencies. The core decision lands, not a freighter, a prison. That means your first duty shifts. You strip the law enforcement script and pull a special warfare stack. Secure the captives so they don't get used as shields. Suppress the nests so they can't scythe ladders. Contain the chemicals so a rescue doesn't turn into a cloud. This is compound threat math. It's not one hazard. It's three at once, all pulling you in bad directions. Gunfire wants you to rush and get close. Fumes punish speed with exposure. Panicked detainees create choke points where seconds matter. So the stack flips. Drones first to blind the ship, to snip cameras, scorch weapons, and drive heads down. Breachers second to force entries and hold lanes. Medics third with masks and meters, hunting clean air and triage space. At 1:14 a.m., the drone wing drops precision rounds onto the gun arcs, not to sink the hull, but to cut the fangs. You aim at mounts, sight lines, and ammo cans, making sure steel holds and people live. At the same beat, ladders hook. Cutters move. Sparks bite. You push in along ladders and gaps in rail, then split into corridors. Tape and paint mark zones, green for clean air, red for hot, yellow for check and move. Fans thrum as vents get blocked or redirected with simple fixes, clamps, wedges, canvas. Minute 3 is the human moment. Doors open on faces, wrists bruised, eyes wide in exhaust haze. You assign hands to guide, not drag. You move low but not slow. You count as you pass, not just bodies, but breaths. A medic pauses to hand a mask to the smallest chest in the room. That choice ripples, air for one, and a line that starts to move. By 1:18, you have a column under escort. 53 living souls cross steel and climb to light, while fire ticks along in sealed bays, starved but not dead. The mission goal slides from seizure to safeguard. Evidence can wait. Lives cannot. You lock the lab spaces, flood with inert gas where you can, and log every valve turned for later. You saw the pivot. Next, we break down how commanders weighed captives against chemicals in seconds, the logic that set the stack, and why the calculus is now the face of maritime warfighting. Counter-narcotics at sea now means hostage rescue under industrial hazards. Leaders read the human cost first and decide in minutes. Guns, fumes, detainees. 3 fronts. 1 clock. If you want to understand the tactical mindset that wins these battles, subscribe now. Comment your choice below, breach fast, or contain chemicals first. Your answer shapes how we break down future plays, from drone blinds to corridor control to triage under masks.
According to the New York Times, Maduro offered us a dominant stake in Venezuela's oil, gold, and mineral wealth, and promised to cut ties with Russia and China. And Trump and Rubio said no. It's designed for black ops and special missions because it's dark and blends in with cargo. Kilos of cocaine are washing ashore. Don't tell Hunter. Dozens of bad hombres becoming shark bait.
The tools matter, but discipline and courage carry the day. Subscribe and join a community that seeks to understand the realities of modern conflict. We'll keep pulling the curtain on the decisions that save lives.